Hey guys, welcome to the Dear Potential Podcast, a platform for honest and insightful conversations about life, love, and singleness. Here, we're looking to equip you with practical advice on how to live purposeful and build a purposeful marriage. I am your host, Deborah Briggs, right? A minister, an author, and an entrepreneur. One of my passions is to help you get the best of your singleness by replacing lies with gospel truths and in turn helping you build a purposeful marriage. Wow! Happy New Year to the listeners of the Dear Potential podcast. Honestly, I need to apologize sincerely, and I don't think I will stop until you guys tell me you've forgiven me. Even if I know you've forgiven me already. But yeah, Happy New Year. It's been such a long time. How are you guys doing? Deborah Briggs here. I remain your host. I wanted to use this episode to talk about what I've been up to while you haven't been hearing from us. And I remember earlier this year I put out the podcast on my WhatsApp status, and someone also tried to attack me, right? I know that there's been so much going on. For those that did not know, I launched my first book on addictions. That's via my personal brand, The Addict's Dilemma. For those of you that have bought copies of it, right? And that took a ton of my work since the first quarter of 2021. The book launched in April 2021, but as at January, February, we had already started putting some things in place. And one of the things I'm learning to do is actually manage the expectations of my projects and space them in such a way that the other one will not be affected. Creating systems and ensuring that the team still goes on while it is on, and that's a continuous learning process. If you manage a team or if you have a project, you know that it's something that is continuous and we keep working, right? So this is the major reason, right? Time and resources have been pushed into creating content, doing the marketing strategy, reaching out and getting invites for speaking engagements or podcast features. So this is what I've been up to most of when the book launched and thereafter. Getting 2 people to actually work on the project with me aside the launch team. But the whole of last year, I got a job along the way, right? I think just immediately after we launched the podcast in March. I got a job, and then the job lasted for about 6 months due to technical issues, and it's been one form of roller coaster to the other. For those of you that do not know, I'm sharing on here so that you have your questions answered. Where have I been? I'm letting you guys know where I've been. I'm letting you guys know what I've been up to. So on that end, right, I've been applying for jobs since October 2021. I know many people did not know about that because I've also been active on my social media. I was active on my social media platform during these times. October 2021 was mid-October 2021 was when we stopped working, and then for about 3 weeks to a month I was in that space of disappointment, of, I would say, frustration, not like of my life, but the fact that it's been from one job issue to the other. Maybe on one episode I will take my time to talk about my experiences with jobs and the likes. But I think that um I'm 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 willing to share about it right now, because I'm at that space where the Lord is helping me also recover from some of the things that I had going on with me late last year, that many people didn't know about. So here was me sharing and being vulnerable about it. Honestly, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. I remember just staying home. I didn't even inform my parents initially. I think it was just my mom I told about it after a while. And then my dad was like, "Oh, I just know you've been at home. Are you sure that you're actually working from home, or it's something else?" So I eventually told them that, "Oh, I'm applying for other jobs, and this is the current situation." So in between those times, October, November, December, January, it's been job interviews back to back. I won't even lie, it's been exhausting, it's been draining, it's been me putting my faith to work, right? It's been me worrying with prophecies, because lots of prophecies had gone before me um before the boot camp, when, if you know, my church is Celebration Church, and so we had some meetings before the major reboot camp starts, but it started from November. And so there were words of prophecies, there were instructions that God had given me. And when I started seeing the issue with the job, I started working out all the ideas I had before that time. And prior to this time, I had in mind to start to launch a course. This is aside my mentorship program, and even at this time, I wasn't really pushing the mentorship or one-on-one counseling out there. And I decided to start doing that. I started to create a structure, create some form of system that people can join and be a part of. That is for those battling addiction. This is in no way related to Dear Potential, but I'm letting you guys in on this because this has been what I've been up to. For those of you who have been asking me, I have decided to talk about it. So during this period, I've taken out time to put out my plans. So what are the things I could do just in case this plan A doesn't work? I can follow on plan B, and just in case plan B doesn't work, I can follow on plan C. And that's one of the most beautiful things that I've learned to do ever since I embraced the growth or possibility mindset. And so I don't know if you understand anything I'm saying, but during this period, my mind was open to a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities that I could tap into for my coaching and mentorship platform, and also for the book we launched. So it's during this season too, the jobs I was applying for, I was getting some responses. I remember applying for one because I wasn't fixed on, oh, it has to be these particular jobs, because at some point I started applying for internship opportunities because of that gap, right? And also open to training jobs. I was having interviews back to back, and one thing this taught me is consistency. Because I would wake up every morning, put a structure put a plan to my day, and apply for jobs at least 1 hour every day. And this is excluding weekends, or except I still see on Saturday or Sunday, I will still apply. So I was applying for jobs every single day, and another thing it taught me is not giving up, right? There's one thing to be consistent, doing something over and over again, and not giving up actually helps you to be consistent and to stay committed, right? So during this period, I realized that I was fixed on the goal. I was fixed on what I wanted to achieve. It was either a job or none. And of course, I don't want to share like a lot of it for now, but I was focused on getting a job. I was either going to get a job or nothing. And this was me during that period. So if this is you right now, I'm sending you lots of hugs, right? I'm really rooting for you. And I really hope that you get what you've been wishing and dreaming for, and hopefully planning towards. Because another thing I learned during this period is that you don't just wish your dreams to come to pass. You have to you have to not just pray about it, but also to set actionable plans, right? To put it out there and see, okay, if this doesn't work, while I work on this area, I can always see what I can do on this side, or see what initiative I could start, or see a need that needs to be met, and a part of my skill or my giftings that people could actually pay for. Dear Potential was founded in 2018, and since we've been set on a mission to help enough singles get adequate knowledge on how they can live purposeful and in turn have purposeful marriages, we are set to equip them with tools and initiatives on how to achieve this. We have several programs ranging from the Singles Hangout to Guys Conference and other initiatives we hold on a regular basis. Pending the time I get a job, and that's one of the things that have really helped me. And now coming to management, or how to manage all that God has put in your heart. So one I would say is wisdom. And I've learned to manage people. So for the few expressions I've been given an opportunity to manage, it's been working on it part-time, setting time or timelines for projects, or giving deadlines and working on each project part-time. So say for instance, I ensure that I work on at least 2 in a week, and say, okay, I work with the team to finish, for example, if it's the website, because currently we're working actively on the Dear Potential website. Yay! So we have a team on 2 or 3 teams on that end. And as I speak, we're planning a lot of things on that end as well. So putting the structure, putting timelines, putting deadlines, and ensuring that you're following up with the team, that's a lot of work, because sometimes people can get busy. People also have other things they're doing, and having to follow them up, because this is many times it's something they're doing out of just because they believe in what you're doing, and not being able to pay them at this initial stage, right, is a thing. So I never forget this. I always bear this in mind, and it's been amazing to have people that put out their hearts to stay committed to whatever God has put in my heart, right? It's been such a blessing, and it's amazing to know that they're amazing. There are people like this, and so learning to manage them, learning to understand each person's peculiarity. So I ensure that I always check up on them privately, ask them how they're doing. Oh, can this timeline work for you? What does this look like? How is your week going to be? What's your month going to be? And basically engaging each person on a personal level. then coming together as a team in whatever platform we're using to give like a direction. Okay, so I know this is what you can do, this is where you're at. So can we work towards this for a week? Can we work towards this for so and so period? And it makes the work flexible and also easier. Of course, projects might be delayed on that end because of this, but I've seen that it actually works. It works best for managing such projects. So yeah, this is me sharing what it's been like and where I have been, for those of you that have been asking where we've been on the podcast. And for this coming for this ahead, right, we have a couple of plans for their potential, because of we had a few people join the team for the content and social media team. But if you would like to still be a part of what we do in Dear Potential, you like to volunteer your skill and your time for 10 to 30 hours per week, you're free to join us. Please do well to send us a DM on our Instagram page at Dear Potential, right? DEARPOTENTIAL, and again, Dear Potential. So we love you to be a part of our team if you're passionate about seeing godly relationships built on Christ, right? If you you love creating content, if you love content strategy or marketing strategy, if it's something that you really are passionate about, or you love to do, or you enjoy doing, feel free to be a part of our team. We love to have you. We love to grow with you and also love upon you basically, because we're loving people. So yes, that is another one. Then we also have a couple of projects we are planning for the year, and we love to take your topics. We want to be more active. I'm going to be recording podcasts spontaneously based off how I'm inspired or whatever the Lord lays in my heart, because there are a couple of topics He would have me address since the end of 2021. For those of you that are on my mailing list for my personal account or my personal brand, you would remember I talked about relationships and families being healed. So this is going to take place via Dear Potential, since this is what we are all about. So be a part of us, join us, join the train, volunteer your skill, give your money, donate whatever you can do. This is also me letting you guys in that this is what we are currently doing. We're up again, and we would like to you guys to support, you guys to share our podcasts, share our content, whatever you see us push out, don't hesitate to do so and tell someone about Their Potential if it's been a blessing to you since our inception in 2018. Also, if you would like to advertise your products, your business, we currently have free slots from 15 seconds to 30 seconds or 1 minute, where you can advertise your business during the podcast, during breaks that we have, right? And this is actually open to those that are interested. Basically, it's free, so why not reach out to us on Instagram. We'll take it off from there. And bear in mind that people that listen to our podcast will actually grow. We have viewers and listeners from countries like, of course, Nigeria, from the US, from some Western European countries and counting. So you should know that, you should understand the kind of people that would be listening to our podcast and their age range, and be sure that they're your target audience before you reach out to us. So this is also a way we can help your business grow, and also see that more initiatives are supported, right? So yes, final thing I want to talk about on this episode is, please do well to listen to our last episode on I think it's not our last episode, it's on questions on purposeful living. I just asked a question, what is God's assignment? What's God asking you, or has He called you to do? Do you know about it? Do you know what God has called you to do? Share with us. Reply us on Spotify. Listen to the podcast on Google Podcast. Subscribe to our podcast. Tell all your friends about it. Tell all your friends that are either in the God when or God's soon situation, or those that are just seeking to grow in the knowledge of their relationships and want to be grounded in the faith, and wants to also build a marriage that will stand the test of time and is God-centered as well. Please reach out with your questions. Send us all the love that's in your heart, because I know you all are loving people, and we're training and building such kind of people. So once again, I am Deborah Briggs, and I'm your host currently on the Dear Potential podcast, and I happen to be the lead facilitator, right? I don't know why I use that word. Is facilitator or anyway, I'm privileged to lead Dear Potential. I think that's a better way to say it. Yeah, but currently the host of this platform. Yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Have a great day ahead, guys. It's Friday, and I hope you're preparing for work and you're getting ready for the weekend. You're getting ready for the weekend to rest, to also stay focused on what God will have you do. Don't allow the stress of work, don't allow the hustle and bustle of life make you forget your essence or your purpose or the reason why you're here. And it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to stay back to re-strategize and then come back on when you can, right? So I'm forever committed via Dear Potential to ensure that you have a relationship, or that you are solid in your love walk, basically, and then it reflects in your relationship and your marriage. Have a great day ahead. I know I'm saying this over and over again. I love you guys so much. Bye for now. For advert placement or sponsorship in any of our episodes, please write to us via our mail, dearpotentialorg@gmail.com. If you love to support this ministry, do reach out to us via our email as well. Connect with us via our social media platforms. Share your experiences and accepts with us using the hashtag Dear Potential or Dear Potential Podcast.